I'm the real Stranger Things. No, that would be cool. Is it recording? Oh, that's so good, dude. Keep that, please. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second episode of Peter Explains It All. I came up with that name today, so that's going to be the name forever. I'm going to explain the lyrics to You'll Understand When You're Older off of Why'd You Do It. No headline, no headline, no headline for, no headline, no headline, no headline, no headline for, no headline for the kid who survived. That part was originally supposed to be blank. I had nothing written for it, but when we were in the studio, I just kind of decided, like, dude, that's such a chaotic part. It's such a Dillinger part. And I really feel like if I just followed that pattern, that would sound crazy. Very challenging. That was one of the most challenging things I ever did at the time of recording it. Like when I actually got the pattern perfect and ended it with the band, like the first couple practices, I felt like a king. I felt like a genius. So, pack your bags, we're going on a guilt trip. First stop, 12th grade. Always thought I could buy happiness, but I'm emotionally spent and I can't afford to lose again. Pack your bags, we're going on a guilt trip. I had that lyric for years before we recorded this song. I was saving it because I always knew I wanted it for like a really important, impactful part. So when we were doing You'll Understand, it was a real big turning point for the band. We knew we wanted to make like, I don't know, a change. You know what I mean? We went to Jamie King in North Carolina to record the song. I was listening to Down in It. I was at work. I was listening to Beside the Dying Fire by Down in It. Hey, Shane. And I was like, who mixed this? Like, this sounds so crazy. And I saw that it was done by Jamie King. I looked it up and I was like, oh my God, this dude did everything. He did Between the Buried and Me, you know what I mean? The Contortionist, Wretched, Alisana, Skylit Drive. So, like, it just made perfect sense. I remember I called City. I was at work at Wawa. I called City and I was just like, dude, I think I know who we need to go to for the song. So, yeah, Jamie King, shout out him. So, to go back to the actual lyrics of that part, I say, first stop, you know, because a trip, and that's the first stop. 12th grade, that's the grade that Jamie was in during the song. Always thought I could buy happiness, but I'm emotionally spent, meaning like I have no more money. And then I can't afford to lose again. So I was trying to keep it within the motif of like currency. You know what I mean? Buy happiness, emotionally spent, and then afford to lose again. And it's also kind of like a reference to, you know, money can't buy you happiness. I was trying to make a reference to that as well. I was just doing a lot with the lyrics. That was like my first attempt at like, okay, let me try to like really make some shit that's like crazy. I got that confidence after the X-Prayers record release, I think, where I was like, oh wow, like I take a lot of pride in my lyrics. I need to really show off with this song. Another girl, another friend, another reason to leave the party early when I see you on the other side of the room, the worst four letters, LOV, enough's enough. So that was just me like writing. I was in a very like rap and like hip hop sort of like influence. Like that was the bag I was in for that. Just like trying to put as much emphasis, you know what I mean, on what I was saying, like trying to flow it. I approach that part like I'm rapping when I'm on stage. Also, whenever I perform and I say, I see you on the other side of the room, I always like to go like that and point. And people always think I'm pointing straight at them, but that's the fun part. Having 10 people think I'm pointing at them, when I'm really just pointing at the wall. Yeah, LOV, enough's enough. I think that one's pretty obvious. I'm sick of having fun. I'm sick of everything I love going to someone else. Yeah, it's definitely the transition from like X-Prayers into Why'd You Do It, very like self-loathing ass lyrics, if you couldn't tell. And at the end of the night, I'm still walking to your car and take the long way home to avoid everyone. Text me when you get homesick. I've been thinking about that phone call. I've been driving past your exit. I know what we had wasn't perfect, but if it isn't fixed, don't break it. No, that brooding, self-loathing, real emo, pity me lyrics. Some of these lyrics are hard to look back and read. I'm like, damn, dude, what is wrong? But I was just trying to really convey a point. You know what I mean? I think what I said here is pretty self-explanatory. It's not really any big secret. I was just pouring my heart out on the record. Although I am very proud of the if it isn't fixed, don't break it. I'm still like, how did I don't know where that came from. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think that's the original thing, is it? I forget. But I switched them around. So yeah. If it isn't broke, don't fix it. And then I said, if it isn't fixed, don't break it. You know, so it's like, if a relationship is like, needs repair, don't end it.
Broken window playing ball in the backyard. Broken window when I got in a fight with you. Broken window just to get in my own house. The landlord locked me out. The rent's past due. Basically what I was thinking here was I was trying to think of different amounts of trouble you would get in at different ages of your life, you know? And thinking like when you're hanging out with kids on your block, when you're real little, playing ball in the backyard, you know, throw a ball, break your neighbor's window, get in trouble with that kind of stuff. And then the next time would be in a fight with your girlfriend, you know, maybe throwing something, maybe, you know, you break a window that way. And then the third one would be, you know, you're out on your own for the first time, living on your own, unable to make ends meet, and you have to break back into your house because your landlord locked you out. So that was basically the three different levels of, you know, error that I was thinking of as I was writing those lyrics. So, yeah.
Order up. Burns on your hands from years of food service, loser. What the fuck? I worked 40 hours last week. This can't be right. Under the table life. So at the time, like I said before, I was working at Wawa, and I just saw this perfect opportunity to talk about just working in food service, how much I hate it. It's so self-explanatory. A lot of these lyrics are. You're probably wondering, why am I making a video explaining it then? Because it needs to be said, and I want to. Putting more literal things into the lyrics, coming off of X-Prayers, you know what I mean? Moving forward. Like I said before, it was a very transitional period for the band, you know? And I don't know, I'm very, very proud of this. I do have burns on my hands from years of food service. Right here, if you can see, I got this burning my fucking hand on a pan of bacon cheese fries at an MC Chris show. Yeah, I was working at the Note in Westchester, and it was a sold-out show. I will never forget how that felt. Because that person doesn't remember those bacon cheese fries. But I remember. I'll remember it forever, and it'll be on my hand forever. So that's why I screamed about it into a microphone. It's so crazy. That person who ate those cheese fries will never know. They don't remember. But I remember. And then that went into a song, and then that song went into people's ears. Don't eat bacon cheese fries. That's what I'm trying to get at. Flipping burgers, washing dishes, pumping gas, delivering pizzas. Every weekend until the day I die, I watch the kids with degrees just step all over me. Now I'm arguing with some guys from New Jersey over extra cheese, and I still think about that phone call, and I still pass your exit, and every day I think, and I think about it, and I think, that is how I felt. I was just like ranting. People always, oh, dude, extra cheese in New Jersey. It's like, it wasn't just one guy. It wasn't an isolated incident. I wasn't like calling out one person. It was just like, I've had that so many times. It was multiple people over years. And I've had motherfuckers from Philly. I've had people from Pennsylvania, wherever. I remember the ones from Jersey the most. They were the most annoying. It's just very annoying. Working food service just will make you angrier than you've ever been. That shit is irritating, man, for real. And just that feeling of, like I said before, 12th grade, where so much is changing in your life. It feels like the grass is always greener on the other side. You know what I mean? It's like I watch the kids with degrees step all over me. That's truly how I felt, you know? That's truly how Jamie felt. And it's like, even the motherfucker with the degree is struggling in their own way. You know what I mean? We're all struggling. But when you're in that position and you just have dishwater on your shirt, you feel me? And just slip resistant shoes on, but you're still slipping. It feels like you're at the bottom of the world and everyone else has it figured out. So I was trying to fit all of those feelings into that part. So this is what I had to live for. So this is what I had to live for. Empty pockets, heartbreak, past mistakes, friends I hate, every night and every day until I just evaporate. I love someone and it's just not working. I can't follow my dreams. I'm always working. I need to go back to school. I'm almost 30. I don't know why I'm alive. Swear I should have died that night. One of my favorite moments just of the Karashi song, like when I heard the song in August Basement, I just knew I had to write something that people would just, you know what I mean, really feel. It was such a, because we have a lot of technical parts, so that was like just a even, constant, steady, you know what I mean? I felt like I could really flow over that part. I loved it. When I heard that, I was just like, oh my God, I want more parts like this. Just really pouring it all out. And like, this is supposed to be written from the perspective of like, I mean, if you know the story, you know that Jamie ultimately dies. And this was written from the perspective of, well, what if Jamie didn't, you know what I mean? And just lived a mediocre life of just hating themselves and working food service and just a dead end, you know what I mean? Asking themselves. So this is what I had to live for. Everyone told me don't do it, you know, and for what? For this, those things that I listed. So, and it's crazy writing this song. I always thought about it. I'm like, man, it's going to be crazy when I do turn 30. You know, I say I'm almost 30 and I am 30 now. So the song hits just as hard as it did when I wrote it back then. It's hard for me. It's hard for me to say that. I'm actually happy that I'm still here. I really try, but I'm really not okay. And there's no headline for the kid who survived. Yeah, this was just really just bringing it home right at the end. Like I said before in the car keys video, I have this habit of like, I feel like I just haven't explained what I was trying to say. So like when it hits the end, I'm like, let me just summarize this shit as best as I can. So that's what that part was for me. I don't know. I don't know where it came from. There's no headline for the kid who survived. I shocked myself with that fucking lyric. I am so proud of that one. And it really just means like, there is no prize or trophy for just living a mediocre life, for being strong enough to, you know what I mean, stay for just one more day. When someone, unfortunately, commits suicide, it's almost like the love comes after that. You know what I mean? No one gets their flowers while they can still smell them. That's something I feel very strongly about, and I wanted to encapsulate that on the song. Knowing, I look at it as like an alternate ending to the story. You know what I mean? This is if Jamie didn't do it. So that's the idea of You'll Understand. We had such a plan for the song. You know what I mean? It really felt like listening to that unmixed, unmastered first version on the way home from North Carolina. It's like, damn, yeah, we really got something crazy right now. Like, I can't believe I'm in this band. There's one part I forget. I coughed, like literally, or like I had something stuck in my throat, like on record, and I kept it. I gotta remember what part that was. Put in the comments where you think I stumbled at, because I straight up like cleared my throat like on record and kept going. So if you can find that part, let me know in the comments, please. Shout out fucking Tyler Norris from Foreign Hands, he's the one that did the artwork. And Pale knows the full story of the artwork. But yeah, that was like a very sick moment too, because that was the first like real depiction of this character that we had in our minds, Jamie B. Moore. So shout out Tyler Norris, shout out Foreign Hands. It's easily, in my opinion, the most recognizable Kamashi song. And I think if one song has to have, like, if you can base or judge my lyrics off of one song, I'm okay with it being that one. I'm okay with that being the song that got a million. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get two, but I'm happy with the one that we got now. Yeah, very proud of this song. That concludes this episode of Peter Explains It All. Thank y'all for listening. There's gonna be more. Let me know what other songs you want us to do. Fucking let me know if there's any other topics you want me to touch on. And see you soon.